Ladies and gentlemen, our next bout of the evening is scheduled for three-minute rounds in the Caged Aggression Amateur Heavyweight Division, powered by Elite Loyalty Sports Management. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall and weighed in at 233 pounds. He trains at Lycan's Den MMA and is sponsored by Border Town and Company, Ella Salon, Kings of Diamond Fashion, Custom Creative Goods, and M's Crochet Cuties. Joining us from Urbana, Illinois, Quynten Doomsday Watson! And his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner. He stands 5 feet 6 inches tall and weighed in at 221 pounds. He trains at the Midwest Martial Arts Group and is sponsored by Murphy's Chiropractic, Keep the Receipt Apparel, Renegade Kombucha, and Elite Loyalty Sports Management. Joining us from Davenport, Iowa, Jordan Beefcake Trowers.
He may be a beefcake, but Milicic like to call him pork chop. Either way, this one's going to be delicious, folks. I can guarantee it. And listen, talking about Trowers being a physical specimen, I'll never forget when I stepped in the back there during the fighter prep, and he is doing handstand push-ups, another, no problem. Trowers goes in for the takedown, moves the cage, two big boys.
Gets a kick, but gets the takedown.
And this is Trowers' bread and butter and where he wants to be. I mean, take a look at that leg, folks.
Pressing forward.
In that half guard that you like.
That's a great place to be. Trying to throw that knee on that arm. Out of pressure.
Give Watson something to think about in this first round. You know, again, Watson's coming off a first round KO. When you've got another 200-plus pound man giving you the business on top, even if you survive, that is going to suck some energy out of you.
Yeah, now he's trying to find his way back up. He grabs that forearm, looking to try to take the back.
Trowers looking at that neck early on. Got that forearm across his face. He's not comfortable, folks.
I know. Time, walk up the cage.
Can you speak to that a little bit, just trying to keep your opponent very uncomfortable? Like right now, Jordan Trowers' face is planted right against the skull.
That's just smother him. You don't have much to do. That wears on you right there. Just keeping that position, making him after. He obviously has to move. He's got to work. So just get heavy. Just kind of smash, elbow on the face, little things like that. Heavy on the legs. The mount could be there. The back could be there. If you slow down and just kind of let him set it up. Let him give him openings. Let him start directing. Kind of direct him through the maze and let him fall into the traps.
And even though there's been a huge layoff for Trowers, he's been down at Syndicate MMA in Vegas training with that elite team and seeing some really new looks. Not only is he in the best physical condition I've ever seen him in the cage, right now this ground game is looking absolutely spectacular.
Well, I like how he's just kind of controlling that right there. Look, he's not trying to force the rear naked choke. He's not trying to grab the He's not trying to. He's just going to position. Now he can drop a knee on the stomach, throw some knees to the side. See, just like this, just right here, just constantly improving, but don't overcommit.
He is physically having his way with a 250-plus pound man on the ground. That's what's happening.
He's going to walk up the cage and see he was ready for it. That's why.
Trowers landing some good lefts.
He's doing a good job of keeping the position. This is one of those things where Watson's got to figure out. He's got to try to, again, explode up.
And I'm just going to say it. We've had a couple 10-8 rounds. Trowers has literally controlled this round for 2 minutes and 50 seconds. Again, I'm not advocating necessarily for a 10-8 round, but we've seen it on the scorecards a couple times.
Yeah, it's minus the damage. He's doing a great job of just controlling the position, scoring points, but not really damaging in any one situation. But he's holding. He's doing what he's supposed to do, dominating the spot. Nice job.
Great round for Trowers. Let's see how Watson recoups.
I love that he jogged over. He knows he's just in a bad position. He's got to fight those hands and get up. You're going to have those bursts. You got to explode back up.
You know, obviously the game plan right now is going to be keep the distance. Trowers got in on that leg kick, that very, very initial leg kick that actually looked solid. There was nothing wrong with that leg kick, other than the fact that Jordan Trowers is coming at you like a steamroller at 120 miles an hour, like right there.
That was it. It actually caught him on the head, but that was it. He was off a little balance. He kind of fanned out his arms, but he was able to get the takedown when he finally ran him into that cage. That'd be the big thing. Utilize your hands, keep a wider base, and see what we can do with those striking and not give him the opportunity to get you off balance with a kick. Use your hands. You've got the size, you've got the reach. Utilize that jab, pop that jab, and get him in there, but keep the feet on the floor for a minute. If you have a sprawl game at all.
I guess we're going to find out, but I'd have to agree. You probably keep those feet on the ground. Let's use that distance with the arms.
Let him have them hands.
Let's see if he's got a jab and a setup. We're going to find out right now.
You guys start sticking that jab out there and feinting. You know what he's going to do. And that was the thing. You know, first shot, first punch, he's going to do that. That's where's that? You got to draw that out of him and you know what I mean, set him up, throw a feint, throw something in to get him, take that, boom.
And not only that, I think Watson is kicking himself for that very reason, because it wasn't just not a feint. It wasn't a jab. It wasn't a look. Came in there with a big right hook, tried to take his head off, and that sets up the takedown.
Momentum, and this is exactly what it'll do.
And again, it's going to be very difficult to get up there. This is about the best position for Watson just before that he could have been in with his wall, with his back against the cage. Because right now, Trowers is just going to look to go to work.
So, like I said, the big thing is how he's able to keep that, sit on that leg. That's the number one thing, and this is. And see, he's got to let go of the head and start getting on the hooks. He's got to start getting underneath the body, throw those things by, keep the hips out. So he's got to underhook that armpit and throw the body by as you scoot out the way that he's trying to. Now he's just going to try to base, stepping over if he can. He's got to come up, got to come up, got to come up. It may take more than one.
Crowd's getting a little restless, but this is prime time work from Jordan Trowers, especially in the heavyweight division, where, look, a lot of the guys in the heavyweight division don't have the wrestling prowess that they should, don't have the ground game that they should. Right now, Trowers is getting under that neck looking for a finish.
Trying to.
It looks really good. He's peeling the hands. Might have to soften them up a little bit more, but Watson extremely frustrated. And I'll tell you right now, a finish by Trowers would be a feather in his cap against Watson, who's on a 3-fight win streak. And now he's in full mount. I don't know that Watson has anywhere to go for this full minute, except for survive.
That's pretty much it. I mean, like I said, he's in control. Trowers is taking his time. Look, taking his time.
If I'm Trowers' coach, I like those. I want to see him posture up and land one of those elbows with his full body.
100%, 100%. Get up there, elbows, punches.
I mean, he's already a short and stocky guy. When I say up there, 5 inches, 6 inches, you know exactly what I'm talking about, Jens.
Just raise up, boom,
boom.
Little explosive forearms. Even right here, just doing this.
I mean, this is winning in the round. Watson does actually a good job of pushing him into half.
Pushing him back, creating that space. Now he's doing a little bit. Now he's got to keep that going, though. Got to keep that going. And that's just the biggest thing. Is just time is not on your side if you're Watson.
And Trowers really showing off that power and that wrestling prowess. Breathing a little heavy. We'll see how he is in the third. Coach Nunn in there, talking to him, probably telling him, hey, great job. We want more of that. Calm down. Takes a quick drink of water.
Yep, just keep control. That's what you got to do, breathe it or not. Just don't do nothing. You do nothing desperation. You're winning. You're in control. He's got to try to come after you right now and create that. The best thing you can do, you know what I mean? Time it, get that takedown, right back into the control game that you've been able to successfully do for 2 rounds.
And Jordan Trowers, the favorite, 55% over at cagedagression.tv. Hey, everybody has a puncher's chance, but Watson's obviously going to have to get the finish. Even a 10-8 round at this point would only be break even if he's lucky, and that's if there are no other 10-8 rounds. I would be suspect if there aren't a couple 10-8 rounds already. I'm almost sure if we go to the judges' scorecards, we're going to see that. But who knows? This is MMA, folks. Let's see how the gas tanks go, and let's see if Jordan Trowers can do more of the same. And
using those hands, those feints.
And look at Trowers sitting on this. You know he's sitting on the counter takedown right now.
There you go.
That's exactly. Jordan doesn't look like he's looking to strike at all. And little blitz. Just as I talked, little blitz.
That's good. He's earned it. Like those takedowns, he's got him frozen. Boom. See
and
right
there
there.
it is, and he's going to get that takedown, folks.
Drive.
Maybe not. Maybe I spoke too soon. Maybe I should stop jinxing Jordan. Oh, there it is. He got it. He drove through.
Guard, though, at least. Is he looking for the neck? Oh, nice job.
Trowers is extremely compact. Now, I'm not saying that his opponent by any means is a lanky guy, but maybe a triangle at this position. Let's see if he's got some submissions. Maybe he can push him over for an arm bar. It's really the first time that we've seen Trowers sitting down in full guard. Most of what he's been doing has been in half guard with the leg trapped. Oh, there it is again. He just moved over to that half guard position.
On that leg, just drive forward towards the head. Gonna step over the legs, look to get the mount.
Now full mount.
Lock up the legs. Now he's got to see now, again, one direction that he can go. He's got to.
Full mount from here, a minute and a half to work.
Tough place to be. But that's the thing. Trowers has done a great job. His position, takedown, takes time. Boom, gets into position. Like he's not sitting up, and he's keeping the position before he does, with punching, submission, anything like that. Keep that position so you get back in that half leg. Told you, man, it's just so much better. Sitting in the half guard, controlling the leg.
I've had nothing but great things to say about Jordan.
He got a reversal.
I think that he, despite what's happening right now, is one hell of a prospect. Obviously, a very,
grab that leg and gets the reversal. Wow.
Exactly.
Okay.
Talented and powerful wrestler. Tough to deal with. Has a very unusual frame for MMA. Let's just say that. If at one point in his career, obviously still an amateur, he could whittle himself down. He weighed 220 for this. No reason not to get down to 205.
Wow.
But eventually be a 185er. I think he's a problem for a lot of guys because he's gonna keep that wrestling prowess. He's gonna keep that power. He's got a pretty good chin, as you can see.
Yeah.
He's got no problem taking those shots from a big man. And, at 185 with some more experience, this guy is a real problem.
Short time. Watch the Trowers. Yeah, he's just pressure. Just constant, aggressive, relentless attack, takedowns.
Relentless is a great word, Jens. He was absolutely relentless in that fight.
Yeah, just in his comfort zone the whole time. And props to Watson. He did a good job, especially that third round. If we could have seen more of that in the first round, second round, what he did in the third round, maybe saving the tank a little bit or something like that, but he could definitely probably burnt him out. But if we could have seen more of that, he did a great job in the third round. Scramble.
As you know, and again, this is no knock, getting 3 wins in a row in any MMA organization is amazing. The heavyweights like to bang, and a lot of those guys are very, very, very striking-centric. Jordan Trowers is a unique beast, being such a great wrestler.
Yeah.
Now, don't get me wrong. Look at the heavyweight division right now with the UFC. John Jones, who's pushing 40, has always been a great wrestler. He hasn't really had a problem with anybody in that division. Cyril Gahn, again, a big striker. Everybody wants to see the Aspinall fight, but they want to see that Aspinall fight because Aspinall can also wrestle.
Aspinall can box. Aspinall can move like he's 205 pounds at 286 pounds. Aspinall is what the future is in UFC and heavyweight division with the all-around, with the athleticism. He's unbelievable. And that's why with Bones, hey, I got Bones winning, but, I was always talking smack about a different fight for Bones.
I want to seize it. Up to Vargas and make it official.
Ladies and gentlemen, we go to our judges' scorecard for our decision. Our judges scored this contest 30-27, 30-27, and 30-25, declaring your winner by unanimous decision, Jordan Beefcake Trowers.
No, did I hear 30-25s?
Probably 2 10-8s, I told you. Those 2 10-8s, second round.
there just wasn't the violence. To
All right,
10-8.
Jordan, congratulations on the big win, my friend. Hey, you got things back on track here in the Caged Aggression cage. Talk to us how this win feels.
Training everywhere. You know, I got my coach, Elgin and PJ, who's Red Rock Raw MMAG. Shout out Iowa Combat Club as well.
Well, look, we know you got a busy schedule. What's up next for Jordan Trowers?
Outside of dancing a lot, nothing much to it. I'm going to get back after it again.
Well, we're looking forward to the next. Hey, did we miss anything before I let you get to the celebration?
Yeah, first of all, it's my best friend Tyler Donald Schmidt's birthday. Happy birthday, Tyler. And shout out to Murphy's Chiropractic, Keith the Receiver Apparel, and shout out to Elite Royalty, Renegade Kombucha. Hey, enjoy the rest of the night. I can't wait to party with you guys.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it one more time for your winner, Jordan Beefcake Trowers.